Courtland, thanks for taking the time. It's good to see you. Vic Fangio commented, he's commented a couple times now about just how impressed he's been by your rehab in the way that it's gone, but also in the way he says you've been infectious with the other people in the room, the positive energy. And I'm just curious, how long did it take you after you suffered the injury to kind of get to that place where you were going to approach this rehab and kind of in that way, in that mind space?
I actually had to, reel myself back in kind of early. The day, so I toured on a Sunday, came in on that Monday, and when they told me that it was actually torn, I had like a good 2 minutes of like me just being like, all right, like letting everything happen and soaking everything. All right, season's over. I'm about to have the rehab. I'm about to have surgery. Just all these different things I'm about to have to do. And I'm a big person on mindset. How you look at things, can really determine how a lot of things go out for you. So once I sat down, I realized these are the situations that I'm in right now. I can't control that my ACL is torn. I can't control that I have to get surgery. However, the thing that I can control is how I attack this rehab once surgery's done. And having Vaughn in the room with me at the time was really huge. He sent me a few videos just challenging my mindset of making sure that I didn't get into a mindset of poor me, why me? And I was very appreciative of him sharing those videos with me. And one of them joints I still watch to this day, just because it's a good reminder of it's a day-to-day grind, and each day I have to go in and put the work in if I want to ultimately get to the goal I want to get to at the end of the tunnel.
Appreciate it.
Next, we'll have Andrew Mason, followed by Ryan O'Halloran. Go ahead, Andrew.
Hey, Courtland, it's good to see you. And kind of beyond those videos, kind of what sort of strength did you find in yourself over the last few months as you went through that rehab that is not only going to help you as you return, but for the years beyond?
I would say your mindset and stuff that y'all probably heard before. Your mindset and your attitude can control your future, and those are things that I've had in my thought process in my life. Probably since college, one of those things that I've had somebody mention it to me, and I just applied it to my life, and I really had to tap into it even more so with the injury. Understanding that if I could control how I show up every day to rehab, knowing that February 12th wasn't going to be the day that I was going to show up and be healed up. That was just going to be another day that I was going to get to go in and get another step closer to be able to ultimately do what I'm doing right now, which is being able to be on the field, running around, not thinking about anything, just out there enjoying myself like I have, in the past. And, that was a huge thing for me, just making sure that I stayed, key to that, day-to-day grind.
Up next, we got Ryan O'Halloran, followed by Troy Rank. Go ahead, Ryan.
Hey, Courtland, you've been on the grass now for a couple of weeks with your teammates catching passes. What kind of breakthrough was that?
Man, it was a blessing, man. For myself, I'm just grateful for the opportunity, for the chance to be able to go back out there. I hear all the stories about how, ACLs used to be, career-ending type injuries and this and that. And, then with technology, go in and get the surgery and get to, see the progress day to day and, month to month, see all these different things, being able to progress through and, being able to be able to be out on the grass, doing individual with the guys, being able to run routes with the guys, being able to be out there and just talk to them and coach them up here and ask them, why, what made you do this here? Just being able to be out there hands-on with the dudes, man, it's been so much fun, and it's definitely something that I'm very grateful for sure.
We've got Troy Rank, followed by Eric Dalala. Go ahead, Troy.
Courtland, good to see you. How much can you help Jerry Jeudy? It looked like, and his talent we all know, but it looked like he missed maybe that veteran presence of you in the huddle or during games. So how much can you help him as he makes that next step? And what is realistic for you next year? Do you feel like you can jump right back to where you were at a Pro Bowl level?
Yeah, I'll answer the second one first. So, for myself, the way I've been attacking, rehab is, my mindset is to be able to come back and not just be, where I was when I, got hurt. It's to be able to go above and beyond that. And I know that it's there. For myself, I look at other other people who've had the similar injury, and I, look at the success that they've had, post surgery, and it's there. It's all about how you attack, like I said, attack the rehab and how your mindset is when you go into the rehab, and then going into the practices and games, and just taking everything as how can I get better in this situation. And I don't see myself coming back and playing anything under the standard that I've set for myself already. And for Jerry, like you said, Jerry's very, very talented, and being able to watch him from a distance was nice. But now being able to watch, and those things that I saw on film that I wish I could have asked him in those moments, now I actually get to go in and if I see something, be like, hey, what made you do it like this? All right, cool, okay, bet, try it like this, and see what happens differently. And it's one of those things that it's not a two-day window where I get to tell them I see it in person. Maybe try it like this, and just being able to do that over the course of a week. You know what I'm saying? Just practice that. Not even the game. Not even thinking about the games. Just those days of being able to talk about those things in practice. From individual to routes on air to the 7-on-7 team periods. All of these different periods that we get to go out there and work with each other. We get to pinball ideas off each other, because I steal stuff from him as well. I steal stuff from all the receivers, but I take stuff from them boys because they do things really well that I want to add to my game. And I feel like you never at a spot where you're like, all right, boom, I'm finished. This is what I do. This is what you already know what y'all expecting. I feel like you can always add tools to the toolbox. So I think it's gonna be good for both of us and the whole room in general.
Let's go, Eric Delala, followed by Mike Kliss. Go ahead, Eric.
Hey, Court, a couple for you. The first one is following up on Troy there. When you went to year 2, what became easier for you, or maybe what clicked that could click for KJ and Jerry? And then got a follow-up after that.
All right, yeah. So I would say the biggest thing for me that clicked was understanding defenses and understanding concepts of the offense, why we're doing things. Why do I need to be here at this time? What read am I in this play? Understanding how defenses are going to move, understanding how fast defense is going to play, understanding what you're going to get in 3rd and long, understanding what kind of defense you're going to get in 2-minute. All these different things are things that you don't really get to get until the bullets start flying in game time reps. So those dudes being able to get all of those reps throughout the season, it's only going to help them even more so to book it in their mind for this upcoming season. Because now when they see something that's similar, like, oh, I remember this is how I can move differently to be able to get open, or this is how I can do this differently. But yeah, I think that being able to have that year underneath you definitely helps with just like the understanding of how the game flows.
And then the second one is, you're an explosive player. You go up and make those jump ball catches. I know it's early, but has the knee responded in a way that you think you're still going to be able to go up and get those and make the same type of plays?
Most definitely. Most definitely. I don't see I don't see myself coming back and having any setbacks, any hiccups, anything that's going to be like, oh, I can't do that in my game anymore. Like I said, I've been working my butt off in rehab and really attacking it so that, like I said, I can come back and not just be at the standard that I was before I got hurt. I'm trying to exceed that even more so. So yeah, I don't see myself coming back and losing any of those things that I was able to do. If anything, we're going to be adding to that joint.
We got time for 2 more questions. We'll go Mike Kliss, followed by Brandon Cristal. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, Courtland, I was going to ask mentally about that 50-50 ball that is kind of your bread and butter. But since you covered that, just emotionally, it was kind of unusual play that you suffered the ACL. Did you, I don't know, how frustrated were you? How devastated were you after you first learned that you suffered the ACL on that play, where it looked like maybe the shoulder came into play on when you didn't catch the ball, and then you got mad, it looked like, and chased the guy down, and it's just kind of unusual.
Yeah, I think you answered it. You answered it for me. I think for the most part, you got all the key points. I mean, that's what it seemed like a lot of people are writing about, the situation. yeah. I mean, I was frustrated I didn't catch the ball. And then, frustrated I got hit, frustrated that, I got hurt. And, there's nothing I can do after that point, but, get ready for surgery and rehab,
Final one, Brandon Kristoff.
Well, I actually have two for you. The first one's quick, though. You said you looked at some other guys that have had the similar injury. Who are some of those names and who's at the top of the list?
Vaughn was the number one person. I mean, being able to have him right next to me in the training room was amazing. And then he actually linked me with Keenan Allen. And then one of the videos that Vaughn sent me was a video of Adrian Peterson whenever he tore his ACL. And, that's the video I keep on me. It was very inspirational, the mindset that he has of, I'm working my butt off to be able to come back and go play. And he, really firmly believed that the work that he was putting in was going to allow him to be able to come back and play the game at a very, very high level. And he went off and went for 2,000 yards and was 9 yards short of the record. So, it's there. It's all about how you see the situation, how you see yourself having success, and not dwelling on the negatives of anything.
Well, yeah, and he also took Peyton Manning's MVP that year, some people think. And then the final one, leadership is a big thing with you, right? It's obvious that you're the leader in that room with your group. Was that muted at all by you not being on the field, being able to show these young guys? 'Cause I know you were still there with them in their face. Do you think it slowed you down in your leadership with those guys last year?
I think last year not being able to be there in terms of being at every practice, being at being on the away games, being at even the home games, being able to, like I said, be on the sideline and talk to the guys right after something happens is definitely something that I thrive on with just my personality. I'm a very hands-on, very I can try to show you what I'm talking about, and it definitely held me back a little bit in terms of how much I was able to talk to the guys and be around them. However, they knew that they had any questions, they had anything that they wanted an opinion on, I was always around to be able to answer. I watched every game, so anytime that they would have a question after the game, they knew that they could always ask me because I would have been inside and watched, like I said, and also from a different perspective, from a fan's perspective, almost watching it at home on TV. I got to see the TV copy versus watching everything on my iPad. So I got to get a different perspective, a different understanding of the game, and was able to share that with the guys. And yeah, it hurt a little, however, the guys knew that, I was always there for them.